What's up, y'all? Welcome to the GI Justin channel. I picked a beautiful background today because what I want to talk to you guys about today is absolutely terrifying, and it is something that is coming to the United States right now and already happening. We hit it up earlier last week when it came to the discussion of these social credit scores and how they are affecting American companies. There's actually companies being shut down based on their social habits and social interactions. So basically the way it works, there is a 3-digit credit score that determines if your loans can be approved and basically how good of a person you are and how these banks and companies are going to loan money to you. So the way it works, these 3-digit credit scores are between 350 and 950, with 950 being the optimal score. Under the system, if it appears that you're doing good things like paying your bills on time, or if you have a good social media profile, your score goes up. Where if you're seen on social media doing things that these banks and these companies deem detrimental, or you are not politically aligned with what they want you to be aligned with, then you get a negative score. And that's what's scary about this is this program was actually started in China, and as far as China goes, it actually had something to do with whether or not you could travel outside the country, depending on your social credit score. So another aspect of this that is absolutely terrifying to me, life insurance companies can base a person's premium on the content of their social media, for example, while a list of objectionable customers can be barred from certain locations based on this social credit score. And Airbnb, with more than 6 million listings, can ban you from the app based on your social credit score and determine which listings it will allow you to look at without even giving you any reason whatsoever as to why you're not getting the full information. Uber is also beginning to utilize these social credit scores as a way to limit your ability to travel and limit your ability to utilize their services. I think most disturbing when it comes to all this is that it's basically an alternative legal system where you as a person are being judged, A, without your knowledge, and B, without your ability to do anything about it. The thing you will see in the end of this is these companies are going to start weaponizing this social credit score as a way to not allow you access to money. Obviously, as we just talked about, access to goods and services. And the question I have, who determines what's good? Who determines what's bad? And if these companies are allowed to do so without your knowledge or consent, where does that qualify in terms of constitutionality? It's one of the biggest things in America that everybody's entitled to their day in court when it comes to being found innocent or guilty of a crime, and these companies are utilizing your information against you more or less to determine whether or not you have the right to these goods and services. And it applies to business as well. Like I said, I'll tag the story in the description, but they are refusing access to money and lines of credit from small businesses that are not in line. This company, in example, was in Delray, Florida, and was a firearms store. And Wells Fargo basically sent them a letter canceling both their loans and their line of credit. And I echoed it in the statement, but I'll say it again. One of the things that's scary to me about this, as a small business owner, I can't do what these large companies can do and survive a long period with financial hiccups. I only have so much money on hand, and I need access to it so that I can run my business on the day-to-day. And without a line of credit that I'm counting on, and without the bank calling in a line of credit, which basically they want all the money back instantly, it's a way that they can weaponize these social credit scores to put small businesses, and even I would say probably even larger businesses, completely out of business. That is terrifying as a small business owner and as an American, because like I said, who determines the basis for these laws and the basis for these rules? I don't see any guidelines put forth by our government, and they are not tracking these things. So where does that stop? Where do we go with this? I mean, it's beyond socialism and on its way to fascism when companies are allowed to deny you basic rights based on your political leanings and the stances you choose to take on political issues. I mean, think about what I said earlier about social media. Now we're looking at your social media being a determining factor of if a business will fully support you or provide you with loans or even allow you to rent a condo on the beach, like all these lovely condos I'm staring at opposite you right now. I think something absolutely has to be done, and I want to know what you guys think. I mean, what are your thoughts on both this social credit score situation and on what we're going to do about figuring out how to stop this from happening, because it's completely unacceptable. So I'd love to hear what you guys think, and if you can send me some messages in the comments, and we'll talk about it and see what you guys have to say. I would love to hear that, and of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would truly appreciate that. So thank you guys so much for watching the G.I. Justin channel, and we will talk in the comments.